ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Gators now with a 1st and 10. Here's Ellington. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Down at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, White. Open man is Galladay, complete.
White's pass complete to Ty Galladay.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this will be taken at the 13. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Field for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. From 13 yards out. And Michigan State adds on to their lead. What a game that he had. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your play. Simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now left side on the swing pass. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
To Marcus Jennings. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now White to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. White's got a 1st down and more. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. White. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you get a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's got some space here. And it's a touchdown. Six, extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On the fake extra point.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
10-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do it a big way. What else do you have to look out for? More pressure. You're working pretty well.
And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Florida's punter is out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
With the score, Spartans 32, Gators 7.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And all the way in from the touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And a fake attempt here, not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a two-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
her at it, the
my
stuff she used to
grandmother did the
preserve.
same. It smells Can't get away, and he's taken down. He came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Throwing on second and long. White, they'll get this one to Galladay. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Michigan State now with a 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Here's 1st and goal, Michigan State. They'll roll him out right. And he will have a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. So the big play to kick off the drive set him up 1st and goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Gators take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here. here in this third quarter. Operating from the gun, White. Throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in for a gainer touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the pass.
That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Spartans. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Here's 1st and goal, Michigan State. Out to his left. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
On 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. Last play.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now White lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First play of the drive.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. This is... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Fake attempt here, not good for work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get get to the goal line. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team.
Recovered by
the risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
This will be scooped up by the defense. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Rolling to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 5 yards, and it's third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
For Michigan State.
When you look at the scoreboard.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, White. Throw in the middle, and it's incomplete. Under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had... Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Zalante Jones, 69 yards, as his guys continue. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. I don't know what else to say at this point. Just an unbelievable performance. 6 touchdown passes. And you think about this, guys, we said rotated in and out of the lineup all season. But right now, he looks as if he's had a zillion starts out there. He has been on point all game long. So after the touchdown, the Spartans back out there to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
1st and 10, Florida. From the gun, White. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That That's taken in by the tight end, Perkins. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
That's good. 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, it all gets so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's White. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is going to be played one-handed. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Zalante Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And this offense continued. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is just getting ridiculous now. 7 touchdown passes. He is no doubt making up for lost time, putting an entire year of stats essentially into one football game. And by the way, those 7 touchdown passes, a college football playoff record. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. On the ground, Ellington. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play of the drive there is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
Here's White on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Zalante Jones, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Michigan State got the touchdown and now sets for the kickoff. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gators now with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. White lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The fake extra point.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
At the 35-yard line.
To throw is White. From the gun, he'll throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Almost 13 yards. It's second down.
And for the junior quarterback, his first start, his first win, and it's a big one.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. That wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game. It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Miami Hurricanes. Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking downfield for Jones. That almost intercepted.
First down.
It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Michigan State. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And Michigan State has taken the lead. After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. So after the touchdown, the Spartans back out there to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Now it's Daniel. And a grab here by Gilmore. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Now Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sack.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Spartans take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Here's 1st and goal, Michigan State. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. And he will score. It's a touchdown. It's their quarterback with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And Michigan State adds on to their lead. Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Michigan State got the touchdown and now sets for the kickoff. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
28-yard line.
The Hurricanes, of course, a three-time national champion back in the 80s, 83, 87, 89. They then added two more for good measure in 91 and 2000. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The quick slant caught. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the two-point try will be unsuccessful. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Michigan State. Zalante Jones there to make the grab. And Michigan State adds on to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
So after the touchdown, the Spartans back out there to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah,
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Michigan State now with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start. And that is caught. Touchdown, Michigan State. Keon Simmons there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one. They were still... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Ware gets hit and the ball is loose. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. It makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe.
At their own 32.
Back out there for their next offensive drive, the Hurricanes get set. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Quarterback is sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2, and that's complete to Gilmore. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A first down throw for Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. 4-8. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Spartans. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Michigan State got the touchdown and now sets for the kickoff. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
At the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense.
The quarterback sack. A fumble.
And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. Looking downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. Here's 1st and goal, Michigan State. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now.
Oh, and now they're going to fake him. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The fake extra point.
So after the touchdown, the Spartans back out there to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
16 yards, a first down. From the gun, here's Daniel.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2nd and 10, Daniel again. That's taken in by Henderson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary.
And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change at quarterback. His thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Well, Tommy's injury certainly was a setback.
I think there's only one individual on everyone's mind tonight. This one's for my brother, Tommy Matthews.
You think that's something?
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and make it win the championship. Together.
Next year? You know I will, brother. Together. How could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even going to be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's going to be right as rain.
I just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision, but I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the 3rd round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak Kids. Well, Tommy's already tried recruiting me to come back so we can win the title together.
Does that mean you're in?
It wasn't an easy decision at the time, but I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first thought was, where am I going to play? it felt good.
Pretty drastic turn of events for Coach O'Brien's program. I mean, the defensive pantry has been pretty much left dry with most of that elite unit having bolted for the NFL. But today, Coach O'Brien revealed a new strategy, and I think it's kind of brilliant. Get both heartbreak kids on the field at the same time. I mean, it's really a brilliant move. Here's the deal. You got to get all of your talented players on the field at once. Planning on making another run at it.
All right, Dan, show me what you got. Let's go.
Cadet, Cougar 19. Ready? Cadet. Yes. Hey.
We may have something here.
Gotta say, I was surprised with the way you guys played that season.